NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. On the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5. Prepare for a game.
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Engram. And he will grab the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10 is counted. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged out there, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn you around and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
Starting the drive with Algier. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. That's brought in downfield by London. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down. The Falcons sitting in a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 13 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage for every carry he receives this week.
Now third down is moving to pick up a 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
That's a defense you're going to bounce when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On first and 10, it's Algier. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll drop the throw. That's thrown underneath Algier. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. Nice pass there. Beautifully tries to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now Lawrence. Trying to set up the screen and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. Defense has a touchdown.
No surprise to see that one part of the league's number.
Lawrence will try again after the pick 6.
Oh, what?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
One hand? Get the fuck out of here. What? And then he's... Oh, hell no.
Nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Falcon territory.
What?
At the 46. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. As they've got it with a first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after this. From midfield now, Lawrence. Man open, that's Captain Ridley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Snap to Lawrence as he takes this forward. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley from 19 yards away. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one's fielded out to 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Our attention shifts back to Desmond Ridder in this offense. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6-6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one too low.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down. I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there that they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinating. Doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Second catch for him today, and he'll really not the 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time. Goes right on the money on the right side. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Edwards. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a bit shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Edwards from... And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is a hammer not just for coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram, and he's up in it at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And incomplete on a deep ball. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Falcon football. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop the throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think you've got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best play for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucks that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. And your boys coming out to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They'll try and throw for it here. It's Edwards again. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Algier now up the middle. 59 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. 3rd down, here's Algier. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into the second half blowout material. This pass complete to Melton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming here. 3rd quarter action for Jacksonville. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for Falcon touchdown. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Give him a 5 on the completion. And bring up 2nd down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is
That's good.
get at least 2 first downs. Give the defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
I said I can't wait to get back to get to a real gym, bro. All they got in the gym over here is a damn treadmill, bro. They ain't even got no weights. I'm in Houston. Oh, damn, Joe left.
And guess what? They're getting ready to tee off on the side. Throw it all the time. But you still have to be looking for the drop plays, plays of that nature. Make sure you don't get hurt.
But Joe, I'm in Houston, bro. They got me at this hotel in Houston right now. Yeah. I leave tomorrow though. I come back tomorrow. Man, bro. All they got is a freaking treadmill, bro. Nah, I need some weights, man. I need to put some muscle on, man. Just to... I'll be doing that in my room. Hey, man. The 50 squats though. I'll be doing the 50 squats, bro. I gotta get some muscle in my legs, bro. Who was doing that? Oh yeah, nah. What? Hey, bro, he was in there for years, bro. Hey man, he just had it. Hey, he got a taste of his freedom gone. Then got back out here and seen his son, and he made him out. He like, nah, bro, I can't, nah, bro. It's too much other things important, bro. It's like. I mean, really, I think he wasn't in his right mind, bro. He was on all type of drugs and shit, hanging with the wrong people. Because I thought, yeah, I heard that, and I heard he was like doing heroin or something like that. It's on that hard stuff, bro. I mean, Lucky ain't no idiot, bro. I feel like a quick lick. Nah, bro. In 20, whatever it was, all of that shit happened on Grand Theft Auto, bro. When you think about you was like, yeah, I'm about to make a tactical plan on how to run the subjective on Call of Duty. You run that mother, some gonna walk like, damn, some always go wrong. Everybody got a plan. Somebody gets shot, somebody drops them, somebody in their house. Always go wrong.
It seems like they're just having fun out there. And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's a other team. You can change how you do things. They'll continue to do it around.
Oh, you lying. At what age?
Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
No, who was you hanging with?
Looking to throw.
What?
The Falcons go for it. It doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here to turn over on downs.
So, hey, just wasn't meant to be.
But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame.
On some dumb shit, bruh. Not, bruh, for real. Nigga, what? That's hey, that's crazy, bruh. Hey, that's different, boy. You hitting real licks, bruh. The most I ever got into the streets, nigga, I sold a couple grams of weed, and I got caught up in some scamming shit. All that robbing, nah, bro. I couldn't do that shit, bruh. I'm either gonna sell dope, or I'm gonna stand if I had to go going to the streets. I don't see how niggas be robbing folks, bro. Oh, I did PvP for sure. That's real, bro. Anything under both my loans got forgiven, bro. I got 10K the first time, and I got like 7 bands the second time. Both got forgiven. That was in the. Nah, that was when I had. Nah, Joe, that was when I had quit the fire department and moved out to Oregon, the wildland. So I had used a couple of that to kind of stabilize myself. Look, I did trick off a little bit when I went to the DR, but yeah, I was in the DR for like 2 weeks, bro. I had a good time. I did have an old lady actually. She took me to her parents' house. Hey, I was teaching myself though. I spoke a little bit, bro. I spoke a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Hell nah, man. No entiendes. No entiendes. No entiendes. But real talk, so I'm gonna tell you, I've only told like Josh this story, bro. Like the last day I was there, I forgot what song, bro. So she was on the phone with somebody, bro. And all I could, I couldn't understand Spanish, so I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? But I could, you can always hear tone and body language. So obviously she sounded like she upset about something, and she talking to somebody about something. So, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, bruh, I got scared. I thought she was finna have her peoples come kidnap me, and y'all was never gonna hear from me again. Bruh, I had to text Josh. I was like, bruh, I'm scared as fuck, bruh. I don't know what's gonna happen. Bruh, I sent him my location. I was like, and I told her, I was like, bruh, stop everything we doing, take me to the airport right now. I said, take me to the airport. She's like, what's wrong? And then she started tripping. And I was like, bro, I don't know. I didn't know if you was like arguing with your dad. Because she had took me to her people's house, so I didn't know that her people was like, you brought this gringo over here. And they was finna come get me type shit. So I was, bruh, boy, I dropped everything. Yeah, gringo is an American, my guy. Nah, it's American. I looked it up.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
No, bro, it's for Americans. They probably say it. They might not say it in DR, but they'll say it in Mexico. But nah, see, people think it's for white boy, but it's really. I mean, they'll probably call me something else before a gringo because I'm black, but but yeah. No, they don't. But technically, well, the thing about it, they can tell by the way you almost walk and how you carry yourself that you're not Dominican. Like you might, huh? You can look Dominican, but.
I went back in 2017. I went back in January 2018. Like, they all thought I was Dominican and started talking Spanish, and I understood a little bit of Spanish. So I would say one or two sentences real slow.
Oh, that's why. That's why. Bro, if you say like one or two words, bro, they gonna ask. Cause, bro, I linked up with Josh's dad yesterday. We went to this Mexican restaurant or whatever. And all I was saying was like, sí, gracias, something like that. And the lady gonna ask me, ¿tú hablas español? I said, un poquito. She started smiling, and she walked off. But, and...
You said, ¿qué lo que, mami?
¿Qué lo que, dame luz? ¿Qué lo que, dame luz? That's that slang for what's up. Yeah. Hey, nah, you tell that to a Dominican, you in there. You in there for real, bro. Hey, boy. Hey, I'm about to get back on that Duolingo, bro. I gotta get my Spanish back right, man. He said Ruby class. So really, the dude I was training, he Mexican. He was really telling me like one of the best ways, bro, is like music. Music really help you learn Spanish. You listen to it. You said what, Joe? You said what? Yeah. And then when you hear it, you can easily repeat it. So he said that's how his one of his good friends, he said he was a white American, bro. He just was listening to music and he got like real fluent at it and stuff like that. Oh yeah, you just get dropped in there, sink or swim, my boy. Sink or swim. You ain't got no choice. You gonna learn.
Either you gonna be there looking stupid or you gonna try to survive.
I'm gonna try to survive, boy. Hey, how you say this? ¿Cómo se dice? Okay. I know a little something, little something, man. But yeah, I want to get fluent, man. I gotta fight. I gotta dedicate myself. Really, really put some time in.
They'll look to throw again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Been smooth, man. I just been going to work, training, dude, coming back. I'm just ready to come home, bro. I'm ready to come home, bro. Well, I come home and then I go to the DR on the 5th, come out the 9th. And then till then, I'll be home for a minute. They just asked me, do I want to go to like Newark? I guess that's Jersey. It ain't official yet, but
Be careful out there, bro.
Everybody done said that, bro. Josh done said it. He from Jersey. His dad said it. He from Jersey.
I used to fly there.
They said this shit ghetto as hell, bro.
Hey, I stayed in the hotel out there, bro. I took the train. I got off that motherfucker like, oh shit.
Is that bad for real?
You feel like you just in the wrong hood, like they don't really. It's some shit like it's just like there's certain spots out there where like niggas make it well known you in the wrong hood, like oh shit, man, let me get the fuck on, bro.
It really be that bad, like.
Yeah, some spots, yeah, bro.
Like if you was to go to like Vine City or something out here.
Them niggas just be outside, like you know how those in the hood around here, like some niggas be outside, but like it's all kind of like city suburban type shit. So it's like imagine you just get dropped off in the middle of Pittsburgh and niggas outside, and you like it's little niggas on stoops and hoods, like
oh hell nah.
Like I remember I got there like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was niggas outside and it was midday, and I was like
at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because I missed my train stop and I was coming from the city. And we had a hotel over in Jersey. No, really asked me.
He said, hell no.
I ain't get off $1 who else was I was watching this time.
Damn, it's like that for real. It's like it's that like that for real.
Well, none of us up there either, so we was like, hell, about to lose the stop. But we was going, actually, there was a girl that lived up there. And then I was going to go on a move and go to her crib, one of my other homies. But then, yeah, it was a mess, bro.
Oh, nah. It ain't official yet. Damn. I might have to.
No, I mean, but depending where you work, one of those spots where I tell you, bro, be careful, bro. If you can bring your shit, I mean, well, New York, I know New York is worried about gun laws and shit, bro. I don't know, bro. Keep a knife, shut the strap.
Yeah, I don't even own a strap, man.
Well, just keep a knife or something on you, bro. Something for self-protection. Keep your shoes tied.
Damn, boy.
Don't worry about parts, though.
Nah, I ain't bringing them, boy.
Off your feet.
I ain't bringing them, man. I know I'm at.
It'll be off in somebody else's house. Right. Better wear the steel toe work boots, my boy. The BMT boots.
Oh,
yeah, tell me about some kids today. Y'all got some else? Yeah, especially when we ain't got no whip, you gonna probably do public transportation shit from place to place. You know, I mean, if you knew people out there, you'd probably be straight, but I don't know nobody out there.
I don't know nobody out there. The folks that is from Jersey don't even live out there no more, so it's like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not from Jersey, I'm talking about from here.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know nobody out there, bro. I don't know nobody. I don't know. It ain't official yet. He probably gonna get back to me, let me know, but.
Get that nigga up now, be like, what else y'all got? So you ain't gotta wait.
He said, what else y'all got?
For real though. So you ain't gotta wait, because you got time right now. You wait till the last second. That's all we got.
Nah, he just hit me up and be like, you wanna go here? I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Bro, where?
So you wanna go to the hood? Nah, but let's get into it, bro. Y'all ready?
I'm prayer saying right now.
Alright.
Heavenly Father, opportunity to begin to word, brothers. I just pray that you would be with us, God. Help us receive, Lord Jesus, what we need from the word. Help us to have open hearts, God, open ears to hear. And I just thank you for this opportunity once again, this time in our lives. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
All right. I'll read it. The devotion.
We doing day 2 or day 4?
Day 2. Yeah. Acknowledge your limitations. The Israelites outfought the Amalekites as long as Moses held his arms up. After a while, he was so tired that Aaron and Hur got a rock for him to sit on. Then they stood beside him, and supported his arms. That's how Joshua defeated the Amalekites. Exodus 17, 11, 13. Standing on the hill with a staff over your head is not a strategic way to win a battle. And yet, that was essentially Moses' plan when he instructed Joshua to go fight a powerful kingdom. But his actions during this fight not only helped the Israelites defeat their enemy, they also illustrate 2 healthy ways to acknowledge your limitations in uncertain situations. 1, cling to the one who knows your future. As long as Moses held his staff above his head, the Israelites won. But as soon as he lowered it, they began to lose. By lifting his staff, Moses symbolically acknowledged God was always with him, and he alone was in control. Like Moses, when you find yourself in a battle you know you're ill-equipped to handle, look at the situation in front of you and observe what's going on around you. But don't let that stop you from clinging to God's authority and pursuing what He's promised you. 2, allow trusted people to come alongside you. As the fight continued, Moses' arms weakened and he could not support the Israelite army without help. That's when his trusted friends stepped in. By holding him up, they helped Israel achieve victory. Moses wasn't created to endure hard moments alone, and neither were you. What if your current limitation is actually an invitation for people to partner with you in the God-glorifying story He wants to tell through you? The victories achieved in certain seasons are rarely due to our own strength. They're a result of clinging to God and relying on others to support us. It is the faithfulness of God that sees us through the storms of life, and when we acknowledge that, we create space for God to show up and show off in our weaknesses. Reflection questions. What situations are you facing that feel too big to handle? Which trusted people can you ask to come alongside you? In what specific way will you cling to God's authority today? Alright, let's go. Let's just answer the questions. What situations are you facing that feel too big to handle? For me, I have to say, I guess it would be, where I want to be as far as financially and the ideas that I have and the resources. It just seems like, I just need God to put me in the right direction instead of trying to figure it out, because like so much that's pulling me everywhere. I know that I'm not trying to just just live off one income, and after talking to y'all, I know I want to get a house, and it's not like overly complicated or too much. It's just that it's like some stuff just out of my hands, and I don't want to put time in the wrong thing, and not be led by God. So I have to say my financial situation, where I want to go as far as my career, and those things, and managing relationships. I know I don't always say the right thing. Sometimes I can be I don't know. I'm myself though, because I like to laugh, and I like to make other people laugh. But just finding the right time for all of that, because everybody different, and people need different things at different times. So I can't just I gotta adapt to the time. You know what I'm saying? If somebody upset, I can't try to make them laugh and then think it's all cool, because bro, you ain't that ain't what I need right now. So all right, cool. So That's just a lot for me to handle because, like, I know my way of, like, trying to get somebody to feel better, but, like, at the same time, like, everybody don't need the same thing, so I need God, like, in them areas as well, too, to help me.
I feel that. It's just, for me, I'm not going to just narrow it down to one situation. I'll just say life. Life is it's a lot. As I said earlier, we ain't meant to do this by ourselves, and so I kind of feel like I'll speak for myself, but kind of raised to kind of be independent, do things yourself. But in reality, it's okay to ask for help. When you see yourself struggling, you don't have to. I don't have to try to figure it out on my own. Okay, how I'm gonna do this or how I'm gonna do that, or stuff like that. And I know that's actually one thing I do struggle with is reaching out for help because I just try to be so self-sufficient. But it's not like that. Like how you said, man. I know the other day how you felt like you tried to do it all yourself, and it was overwhelming. When all you really gotta do is just play your role, and then the help will come when it's supposed to come. So I know that's one thing for me is just being able to reach out and ask for help in the right time, the right situation. Because there are people in my life that are willing to help, but they don't know. I mean, closed mouths don't get fed, and people can't read minds. So if they don't know that I need help, they'll never come. And I'm over here drowning, and I'm scared to ask for help because I don't want it to, I don't know, make it seem like I'm weak or, something like that. So I know that's one thing I've definitely struggled with over the years. Right there. And that goes into the second question: which trusted people can you ask to come alongside you? And I know for a fact that I have people around me. You guys right here. I got two people right here that I know if I were to, ask for something, I'm not sure what, but you guys would do whatever you can in your power and y'all's ability to help me. And we're going on this journey together as, the three of us right here. And so that answers the second question. Then the third one, in what specific way will you claim the guy's authority today? I guess just going back off what I said, the first question is just giving the problems and the issues, just giving it over to God instead of trying to figure it out myself. When I can just give it to Him and His comfort, He can, make all things come to pass. So that's what I kind of got to say about that.
Yeah, but for me, I would say, I think recently with with my lady friend I kind of met out here. So, I mean, like I said, I've been doing some, we are reading a book together. And then also we just finished a devotion together. But I think for me, it's like I was like moving through life, like when you deal with new women and you meet new people, I think the biggest thing is really, determining if that person is right for you in your life and really if that's what God got for you. So I think that's one thing that I feel like has been something that's been heavy in my heart lately. Just kind of coming out of my last relationship. And so really like a big thing is that I've really given a lot of it up to, God in prayer. So that was kind of like my solution to how to deal with that. But I think also kind of like Mel said, it's just like I have this plan that I think is my plan for life, or like looking at myself career-wise, like sure I have, like, I want to get real estate, do all that. But then like the other side of it is like, yeah, what am I next real? Yeah, I'm here at Green Beret, but like that gives me like what my next 2 years, and then like what am I doing after that? Am I staying there for 20? Like am I getting out? I think that's something for me that's like a huge question mark of uncertainty in my life right now. But You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think it's just like one of those things where it's like, I could take a direction where, I may go do another trial for something bigger and better. Or, I may part ways and move to the civilian sector, go find another job, whatever. But at the end of the day, bro, like, I think that's one of them things where it's like, I'm going to just have to pray about it. And then, like, as God sees fit, he's going to prepare me for whatever, or show me, whatever way he chooses to show me, whether it's the people, opportunities that come fall in my lap, or something that just is put on my heart. Like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of always what I'm thinking is that, like, I get very caught up in, like, what's my next step 5 years from now? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm trying to be on some, like, what am I doing next? And right now, I'm really learning to, like, just embrace where I'm at now and, like, embrace that process that God has me in now, understanding that he's preparing me for what I got next. You know what I'm saying? And if me focusing now is going to prepare me and have my mind, body, and spirit ready to receive what's next. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's one thing I'm really trying to work on, and just being present in that. And then obviously, what trust people do you ask? Like, it's kind of funny because, man, that last one we did was big on building a brotherhood and community. Like, not only fellow Christians, but like fellow men.
Mm-hmm.
Like Christian men that are supposed to be leaders. You know what I'm saying, in the church and the community. So obviously, this is like a start to it. And just in general, I think that's a big focus of mine now, is really starting to discern. Because like I said, the group, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be my brothers. I'm going to still pray for them, love them, whatever. But like, there's a community in Christ that I feel like I need to really rebuild and start to structure my life and create place and space for it. And it starts with, this, like a Bible study like this. I can't remember the other dude that was doing the other one with us. I can't remember his name. But I didn't get a chance to actually meet. I don't know who he was, but it's just building that community. Because right now I don't really have a church home. I'm not going to a church, so I really got to start working to build that community in my life. To create more trusted people. Now, in terms of trusted people that'll just help me in general, I think I have a pretty strong village. Obviously, I got y'all boys, like, most of them cats in the group, if I really ask for anything, they try to help us the best of their ability. And I got, my bros I went to West Point with, that I'm very tight with. I know they do the same, you know what I'm saying? So the Army has afforded me a lot of opportunities to create relationships with people that have gone far beyond just another ministry. You know what I'm saying? So in a lot of ways, I would say my group of like close people that I could really call on for anything has grown a lot. So in a lot of different ways, I feel like a lot of people fit a lot of different molds and, I guess, needs and types of relationships in my life. So I think the important thing is really nurturing the healthy ones, the ones that are really having a positive effect. And, just being there for other people as they would for me. And then what specific way, like Clean to God's Glory today is as prayer, man. I know we talk about prayer, and I know prayer sounds like a coverall, bro, but it's like, for me, like, I just think that sets the tone for your day and to close it out the right way. You know what I'm saying? To really pray for that focus and that discernment and making decisions and praying that, things that you do are led by God and are things that'll draw you near to Him. That's the biggest thing I pray for every day, bro. And even when I talk to all the girl I'm kind of talking to now that I've really been talking to heavy, like, that's the biggest thing, like, we strive to do is that it's like at the end of the day, like, we know we're not going to be perfect in the flesh, but like, as long as we're praying together and like praying to just let God lead the situation, relationship, whatever it may be, like, as long as He's really first in everything we're trying to do, whether it's the relationship, life, career, that's the biggest way to really just, die to yourself and submit to Him every day to allow Him to really work, allow Him the space and to work and show you the grace and guide you where you kind of need to go. So that's kind of my answers to all three. That's where I'm at with it.
I like what you said, because I didn't answer the third question, but like it's not a coverall. It's not like I think we got like so like as far as like a Christian community and like even the world, like everybody just like kind of like throw prayer in there. It's like his basic thing. You know, you say Lord's Prayer, you bless your food, stuff like that. But like in reality, though, like prayer is supposed to be like one of the things that we always do, and it ain't supposed to be like a set time. Like, you know, you open the day and close your day, yeah. But at the same time, it's supposed to be in them moments where we thinking 5 years ahead and we kind of stressing ourselves out for nothing, or you know, we just like we might be doing too many things at once and we catch ourselves. We're like, bro, I'm doing too much. I can't even, you know, control this. Like, well, I gotta pray about this right now. Like, I felt my thoughts going somewhere today at work, and I had to pray about it. Like, God really showed up in that moment, and like, you know, took it away. Yeah. But like, once we like that, for me, that's my answer. You know, like this prayer, like I know, you know, I can't. Like, it's only so much you can do until you gotta like pray about it. You know, it's only so much peace you can have until you get God's peace. You know, and God's peace come off anxiety, all, you know, doubt and stuff like that. So like, that's not really it is in society. It's one of the things that's like, oh, just pray about it. But like building a relationship, that real prayer life is like life changing. I feel like in my life, that's the most important thing in my life now, as far as, you know, even more than like, you know, building wealth, grading my job, or, you know, like, you know, anything that I can do in this world right now, I feel like the most important thing right now is continuously pray. You know, whether it be for relationships, my mind, you know, just building that relationship with God, just hearing from Him. And I feel like the more I've done that, and the more I've been, you know, conscious about that, I've been less likely to fall into, you know, the trap of my own mind that's, you know, trying to figure out what's going on tomorrow, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I definitely think that's the most important way for me to, I didn't answer 3, but, you know, that for me, it's the prayer part. It's not just a set time. It's for like a every second thing. Like, you know, it's no wrong time to pray. It's no dumb thing to pray.
No, you're right. I mean, it ain't prayer just really just, you know, you talking to God in a sense, right?
Literally, I mean,
just talk to Him. Like, where's your Father?
Like, God,
you know?
What you want me to hear today? Like,
yeah, you know.
What you got to say? You know, listen. That's it. You know, that's a form of prayer. You know, God can talk to you in all them ways and at any time. You know, you ain't gotta be, you know, no type of way about it. But I think we just got it so locked up in our health, like our mind, like religious wise, to be like, pray this time, pray that time, and you know.
Like you got to get on your knees before bed.
Sometimes, bro, actually, it's kind of funny because I was talking to Alden about it, and he was like, sometimes it's kind of funny because like sometimes like you think like everybody's relationship with God is different, right?
Facts.
It's like God, like He knows your heart, He knows your human. So sometimes like, you know what I'm saying, even when you're frustrated, He can lie, bro. All right, God, what you got, fam? Like, with all due respect, like, what's the tip, man? Because I'm, you know, I'm trying to understand what's going on right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, that's the best way you can communicate that time, bro. Like, you don't have to always be like.
At least you talking to Him. He just wants you talking to Him, man.
Exactly. Because, you know, when you acknowledging Him, you surrendering a part of your life to Him. When you acknowledge Him, because it's like, you know, if we His children, it's like, you know, your child come to you regardless how they come to you.
At least He coming.
Happy they came to you. It's like, Dad, man, I know you got something to say. I know you're going to say something crazy, but I need your help right now. You know, as a father, you're going to be like, man, you coming to me with that, so I ain't going to help.
Man, Father, like, you coming to me for help.
You know you're going to be like, hey, I understand where you coming from. You need some help. I got you.
Man, at least you coming to me and you're not going to nobody else. You feel me?
Exactly.
You know, because you could be going to the bottle for help. You could be going to the drugs for help. You know, you could be going to the pussy for help. You know.
I'm about to say the same thing.
So it's like
no good friend for the help.
Exactly.
That's how you do help from time to time.
Joe said, I mean, this girl that
but all joking aside. No, all
joking aside. He said, this girl I kind of met out here. This girl I'm kind of talking to heavy. Nigga, how you kind of talking heavy?
Man, y'all ain't talking, boy. Y'all building a relationship.
Bro, but I do. Nah, but all joking aside though, like in all seriousness though, that's been a big thing between her and I.
I like that, dog. I like that.
Bro, like she, I mean, bro, she, so just a little bit of background on her, bro. Like she studied theology in college. Like she was, for the first, she's a lawyer now, but for like three or 4 years, she was like out serving in ministry, like traveling the world on missionary trips, like really, like chasing that dream. I really like going to do the work, but then like she had a transition where she felt like she was really called to do something else.
I feel that.
But like now, it's kind of like she talks. It's kind of interesting. Like y'all meet her, and she can elaborate more on it. But it's like she found that, you know, she felt called to serve others in a different capacity, but also use it as her ministry. And like that's really what she works as, like an attorney now. So she's an attorney in Army, but she's like a special victims counsel. And so like she had a past of like she had dealt with some sexual abuse of her when she was like a child and stuff growing up. And a lot of the cases she deals with, she represents victims of like sexual harassment or sexual assault, like and things of that nature. So like it's kind of crazy how it worked out. Like that's not the job. Like you don't sign up to be a specific lawyer for that. It was like she just came in to be a lawyer in the Army. She was like, I felt like I was called to be an attorney.
She was, so she can give that help back.
And then like she got there, and then like that was her first assignment. She was assigned, like and she's been doing really well at it because in a way, a lot of times, like I said, she decided just to open up her session with prayer. She's like, hey, like if it wouldn't offend you, like I would just like to pray before we start the session. Like you don't have to pray with me. She was like, I just like to do this. That's my personal thing of what I believe in my Jesus. Like if you want to pray with me, you're more than welcome. And if you would like me to do it, that's okay too. And she just like a lot of times that in itself opens up the door for sometimes like discussions.
That's good.
And just openness where like the Lord's leading the conversation and controlling. He's in the room with his presence, and a lot of times like it allows the victim to sometimes it's therapeutic and like allows the victim to open up, but then like a lot of times she can share her position because she's been there. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these victims, they just feel like they're talking to an attorney that doesn't care. They're like, yeah, you just have to be here. Like you were assigned to me. But it's like at the same time, like a lot of times, like it provides a light. It gives those victims sometimes a light of hope, and sometimes it could lead them back to go want to strengthen the relationship and like break that fire for God back in them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's led to some other conversations. But that's the thing is that like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm joking about it. That was really a joke. But in all seriousness, like with her, that's been like a very, very big intentional thing. And like we're actually like getting to that point where like we're, you know, as we're kind of getting to know each other more, we're actually getting mentored by one of our couples, like one of our professors that have been married for like 40 plus years.
Oh, damn, that's lit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really like a real thing where like, and that's the book we're reading was actually written by them, right? And so the book is
y'all doing some real counseling. Y'all serious.
I'm about to get wife.
Oh, crap. I ain't gonna cap. When you meet a girl that's your wife, it's real different. It ain't like no.
It's your best friend. That's like everything, bro.
It's everything. It ain't just a best friend. It's just like a.
I know. No, it's everything, bro.
So this book is called Saving Bears by Applying Biblical Wisdom you know, but like so he was one of her professors at Oakland University. And a lot of every chapter is basically like, so the chapter is called Rekindling Lost Love, Competition, Win, Lose, Win, Breaking Destructive Family Patterns, Responding to Betrayal and Disappointment, Living in a Blended Marriage, Surviving Tough Times, Experiencing Sex as God Intended, Getting Along with In-Laws, Stopping Patterns of Abuse, right? So all these like topics are like, like this is specifically to marriage, but it's also saying that like prior to marriage, whether you're just in a relationship, engaged, married for 10 years, married for 20 years, whatever. Because a lot of these things, basically, they're using couples, like actual biblical examples in scripture to, like, basically relate how it applies to, like, marriage today, right? And so there's a lot of good stuff in there. But it's like, really, like, when I say it's like, I'm like, y'all think I'm playing, I'm really, it's like, I was telling Mel before I even got in, like, the group, I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, bro, I felt called to really start getting back in the Word and tightening back up in my life in general, and then it was like, with that calling, like that kind of led to like the end of one relationship, and then I had met somebody else, and then honestly, and that's why I was telling them, I was like, and like when I told her, I was like, honestly, like I didn't even. I'm like, she's cute. It wasn't like that, but I was like, I asked her to dinner, not even on some like, I'm trying to scheme on me. I'm like, I don't know, something was telling me just to get to know you as a person, right? Not even on some like scheming shit. I'm trying to hit it. It was like, yeah, I just want to go to dinner. And within like the first 10 minutes, I was like, yes, like, what are you doing? She was like, my Jesus called me this. She was like, hey, like, so I don't know what you believe, but like, she was like, I'm a Christian woman, like, I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Like, do you mind if I talk about that? Like, I don't want to offend you. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And then, like, the conversation just went down that route of kind of her testimony in life. And, like, that has been, like, the crux of, like, where our entire, like, interactions has really kind of been. And so, like I said, we're not perfect. But at the same time, like, I think a lot of times, like, what is intentional about us is that prayer over the relationship and really making an intentional effort to like really put God first. Relationship is like creating a different type of bond.
I like that.
And like this is some shit that she was the first person I told she's the first one I told outside of So me and my ex were married. We got married legally, so she could come to my next duty station, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Oh damn. Okay.
So even when I started like really liking her, I was like, it was a big thing. Like it was like, yeah. It was like I was like, hey, look, like I didn't expect this. Like this was not intended. Like whatever, blah blah blah. And like I remember we were sitting by. I really broke down and was like, I don't know how to tell you, but like I'm married. Like I'm going through a divorce. Like technically. Yeah. Like she's a lawyer and deals with marriages and like so that's not a light thing to her. That can cause her to lose her career. Like in the army, adultery is one thing that can get kicked out the army. That's crazy. Like so it's like if right now Catherine was like she wanted to like call somebody and be like, I feel like they was cheating on me with this girl. They gonna dig in my phone and be like, who's he talking to? I mean, there's nothing. It's very hard to prove. You have to basically admit to having sex, but it just puts a blemish and it puts you like under investigation. Damn near everybody's gonna know. Like it could really mess your career up. So that was like a huge thing that I had to tell her, and it was kind of a forced situation for me to tell her because my ex followed her, but she still had a picture of me up, and she was like, "Who is this?" Oh, dang. And so then I had to explain everything a lot more than I wanted to. Yeah.
At least you were transparent.
And bro, the thing was, bro, is that when I tell you nobody knows this, like, I mean, my mom now knows now. Of course, like, yeah. My sisters know now, like, on the back end. But, like, when this happened, like, nobody knew. Yeah. And, bro, like, something on my heart is just, like, tell her. Like, if this your person, like, if this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is who like, look, I'm telling you. Like, just tell her. Yeah. And it was like, I'm sitting there like, bro, I told her every day, I'm just sitting there like, bro, like, it's just like, honestly, like, if there's anything else you need to tell me, like, just say it. And I was like, nah. I was like, nah, I'm not. And she just put her head down, and I was like, wait, just one more thing. And then I told her, bro. And literally, like, when I told her, literally, I busted out crying. Like, it wasn't like boom, but I was like, I kind of had my head down, like, that dick was, like, tough, because I'm like, yo. That's a lot, bro. Like that was a lot for me to come off my chest. Yeah.
Truth shall set you free.
No, but the thing was, bro, that she was like pissed at first. Like she was really pissed. Like she wanted to cuss me out, but she was like, there were so many things I wanted to say, and they weren't going to be healthy, and I wanted to break you down to be the lowest man I could ever think I could.
Oh my goodness.
But she was like, she just said like. She's like, I couldn't remember what I wanted to say, but I know it wasn't good. But she was like, literally, like, nothing can come out of my mouth. And she was like, the Lord just told me, like, don't break this man down any further than he is. Like, he's already showed you who he is. Like, who are you to cast the first stone?
Right.
Yeah. And she was like, this is a situation. She said he just basically like, she's like, oh, the Lord is telling me, like, this is a situation where I'm calling you to love somebody as I will love you and show grace as I've shown you grace. Right? And so then she just came over and like just hugged me. Like didn't even say a word. Like literally just hugged me. Right? And we sat there, like obviously like we had to continue talking about it. Like it wasn't just like happy go lucky, like, yeah, whatever. I don't care if you're married. It was like you you can handle it, like, you can handle this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was like, but, you know, we've had very genuine conversations. You've shown me who you are as a man. Like, and she was like, yes, is it diminished to an extent? But she was like, I still have a lot of respect for you as a man.
That's a long way, man.
Like, and I know this is a situation that, like, I know mistakes in life don't make you who you are forever. She was like, that's a mistake you made, but that doesn't define you as a man. And she was like, who am I to cast the first stone?
Yeah.
He without saying this, cast the first stone. And she was like, I'm not here to break you down any further. She was like, and I know if I'm literally the first person you told outside of like your current technical wife knowing, she was like, to me, like that shows that like you're in a different type of vulnerable state, and like I'm in no place to like knock you down any further than that. So like that's why I'm like, it's kind of complicated. And I have to use very careful language because like it's simple legalities and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've already, you know.
Okay. That's why you say I'm condom man. I'm condom talking to it. That's why I'm like. This man talking condos. That don't even make sense.
But I have to use that language.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like nobody knows.
Yeah.
But it's like the simple fact that anybody ever overheard the Army is a small place where somebody knows her. And they're like, oh yeah, they go to this like, hey, he married? Like, oh hell no.
Damn.
Yeah.
Boy.
But that's what I'm talking about with relationships. Like, see, my first thought was to make a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started talking to it. You know what I'm saying? But he really going through something for real.
Yeah,
you know
that's why it was a lot bigger. That's why like my relationship with her is a lot deeper.
I got you. It's important.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Regardless of where it's at right now, it's important.
Well, I think
it's like a bigger part of it is like at the end of the day, I don't know what her and our future holds. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think we're putting God first. So
I like that, dog.
No matter how it turns out, like I know it's a big part of my spiritual walk right now. You know what I'm saying? And she's a part of my like spiritual community. Of like a fellow Christian that like, you know what I'm saying? Like the same way when she's going through something, I'm going through something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Outside of y'all, like that's one of the first people I can call no matter what I'm going through. And she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna be like, no matter what it is, I'm the same way for her. Like, hey, like I don't got no answer for you. Like. I can tell you from my perspective what you're doing with Army-wise, but, like, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, let's just pray about it and move forward. You know what I'm saying? We've kind of really been that support system for each other. And then, like, obviously, like, she's got a huge support system.
Absolutely.
You know, her side, just from a lot of her college classmates, professors, and then people from her church that she went to school in Memphis with. And, like, you know what I'm saying? So she's got a huge support system. But I do, too. Not necessarily as big on the spiritual side, like, but it's just like now, it's kind of, that's why I'm just like, bro, like, that's why I'm just like, at the same time, like, it's just crazy. And that's the thing, bro, is that, and the crazy thing about her and how her and I even met, bro, is that people came over for a game night. I didn't even invite people. It was one of my homies that was here. He was stationed, he was moving up to Virginia. He stopped through, he was like, yo, I would just invite my people that I know here just to introduce you to some folks. So you got lots of people out here, that's just cool. And she wasn't even invited. She only came because one of her best friends, Diamond, was coming, right? Another girl's a lawyer. And she was like, yeah, I wasn't even going to come out, honestly. She was like, I really did not want to come out. She's like, I don't even go out like that. She was like, literally, she was like, I went to just be a DD for Diamond. And then we had met that night. And even that night, bro, I didn't even really talk to her like that. Like, I was really chilling. I really wasn't even on nothing. Like, I was chilling. I was like, oh, she's cute. And then I had just seen her again on somebody's social media. And I was like, yo, like, I feel like I just need to sit down and talk to her. And then the thing was, I reached out and asked her to dinner. Just like on some, like, I was like, hey, like, I don't know if you remember, like, came by the house, man, like, you want to go get dinner sometime? And she was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm good, I'm on my couch. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you know, I kind of made a little joke. Like, I applied a little more pressure. But I really wasn't even coming hard. I was like, you know, dang, ain't got to do like that. I really wasn't trying to scheme like that. I was like, I really just wanted to go to dinner. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really pressed like that, but you got it. And then she was like, and I didn't say anything. And then she texted me the next day and was like, she's like, so what you want to eat? And I was like, I like to eat sushi. She was like, okay, like, I like sushi. So then we ended up going. And she was like, honestly, she was like, I really didn't even, she was like, I could barely see a picture. She was like, I didn't really recognize you. So she was like, I didn't even know this thing. So it wasn't even like we was on some like, oh, I'm thirsty, this thing cute. She was like, yeah, she was like, I literally was talking to Diamond. She was like, girl, don't block your blessing. Like, what's it gonna hurt? You're just going to eat a meal.
Facts.
Did a good conversation, bad conversation. At the end of the day, she was like, it's not even pressure like that. She was like, who knows what it could be? And I'm like, she came in with no expectations. It wasn't like, yeah, this nigga fine. Like, I'm trying to see what you on. Like, she really came on some, like, I don't even really remember him like that. He looked okay with his pictures, but, like, I don't really even, like, know him. Right? And I was kind of just like, I was like, yeah, she's cute. But I was like, I don't even really know her. Like, I really don't know her personality. I didn't know who she was like that. I was like, someone was telling me to go get to know her. And then, bro, we went to dinner. Like I said, within 10 minutes, like, the conversation went there, and it was just like, we just started talking about, like, you know, faith and, like, our obviously our past kind of leading up to now. And she was like, yeah, so, you know, how are you? Like, you very spiritual, like, you're religious? And I was like, honestly, no. I was like, now, I grew up in the church. Like, I went to a Christian school my senior year. I was like, I've been to SC camps. I was like, I've been baptized. I was like, but I said, as of really about a week and a half ago, I was like, not really. I was like, something's just been calling me, you know, weirdly enough. I said, it was one day, and really where it started. I had, something was just like, you know what, bro, just only listen to gospel music before noon. Like, whatever you put in your body, in your mind, it's like, what's going to be, like, that's what you're going to be. So I'm like, you know what, let me just start my day with just straight gospel music. I'm not listening to no secular music, no nothing, only gospel music before noon. And that was like a week and a half before I met her, and I was kind of like, it was really just refreshing just to start my day like that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, and then, you know what I'm saying, kind of went from there. And then like 2.5 weeks later, that's the other conversation came out about, you know, obviously like me being married.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still like not even, nobody else knows that. Nobody else in the group knows that, so y'all should know that. Besides my sisters and my mama.
They not ready for that.
No, that's not even. Bro, no bullshit, bro. Not even like none of my niggas. Like niggas that are in the army that would fully understand the concept of getting married to move. Like I was like so embarrassed by the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, I didn't tell that.
Understandable, man.
Because that was part of the thing that we agreed to, is that the marriage was solely for the move, and we were still operating as a boyfriend and girlfriend. But to me, that was like my attempt to try to make the relationship work.
Yeah.
Because I knew if we went into a distance relationship, I knew it was probably going to be dead. And I was like, well, let me at least try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, like, and that's why, like, when people are like, you know, did you really try? I'm like, nigga, did I try?
You married. That's right.
Like, niggas had to go to a courthouse, bro.
That's
like,
real.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like, if that wasn't committed and really,
no, you was committed, man.
I don't know what it is, bro. Like, niggas went to a courthouse to be like, all right, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make sure she can turn these kids and get to where I'm at. Like, so we can try to make this work. So yeah, so
I think you two things you said really stood out to me. The first, you was talking about you wasn't sure about which relationships to nurture, you know, which relationships to, you know, work on, because I'm kind of in it. I'm you know, dealing with that right now, and you know, it's kind of becoming a little bit more clear, but you know, still you kind of want to fight it a little bit. Like, you sure you want me to leave this alone and, you know, come over here and start hanging out with them more, you know? So that, and then the second one is how you said you and your friend, I'll just call her your friend, how y'all are building a foundation with the word, and that's real big, because I know one thing in the Bible, it talks about how the house that's built on sand, it'll wash away, as opposed to the house that's built with a solid foundation. And I know that's one thing that I can say, you know, straight up, that I've never done that before as far as with a woman. Like, I've never, you know, been any woman that I've ever dealt with, whether it was serious, one night stand, we messing around, like, I've never, like, tried to get in the word. And that's one thing I actually want to, because those are the relationships that are gonna last. Those are the relationships that'll be healthy. That is for me. And I don't know. I really do like that's what you said, and that's what you kind of you got going on right now, because that's so new to me. I'm not gonna say I don't really know like where to start, but I'll say, like, it's just, man, that's just so new to me, man. But I know what I want, and I know what I need to do as far as just relationships, like with y'all. Like we're strengthening our relationship right here between us by getting the word together, and it's only gonna make it better. And trust, like we talked about this trusted community, how we can be vulnerable with each other. Honestly, like the people that I care about, I want to start establishing some type of grounds, I guess, that involve the word. So even like I've been thinking lately, like I've been having these thoughts, like I reach out to Cameron and Chelsea and be like, yo, y'all trying to Bible study? Because I just know how important that would be, to strengthen our relationship as a family. Even with Josh and Zerg, I might, I've been thinking on my heart, like I might just reach out to them, like, y'all want a Bible study, or just, like how I sent y'all that verse the other day. I had read that verse, and I was like, dang, I just want to send that to Josh and Zerg. I mean, I haven't done it, but just little stuff like that, which will take the relationship, to the next level instead of all this superficial stuff.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I would love to, the group, I could drop a verse and everybody be like, amen, and not get ignored, or like, we could sit around in the group and we could have conversations like this. I'll be real, bro. I don't see us having a conversation like this where it's vulnerable and actually people are taking us seriously and respecting us with everybody in the group. And point in case, that's why Joe ain't said nothing. I mean, I feel like, and it's certain stuff I tell y'all before I would tell them others, because I know how it would go. It get thrown back in my face, stuff like that, like how I'm dealing with problems. Like I know we was at DJ baby shower or the gender reveal, and I was that was when I was on my little sobriety thing, and I was dealing with I was trying to refinance or whatnot. I didn't get approved, and Stephon was right next to me. And I kind of just vented a little bit, just like, man, I'm trying to get refinanced, woo-de-woo. I didn't get approved, And then months later, he throw that back in my face. Like, yeah, that's not, like, yeah, I'm going to be vulnerable with you, and then you're going to turn around and do that. So, I would love for all of us to get to that point, but I really do like the fact that, people that I've known for years, y'all 2 years, man, I know you since, like 6th grade?
Oh, your shit muted, bro. I can't hear you.
It's muted?
Yeah, that's like your voice when I couldn't hear you.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so like, man, I know you since like 6th grade, Joe. Well, I met you in 6th grade too. So, ain't no telling. So I know y'all for a while. So it's good to know that. Yeah, it's good to know that as long as I've known y'all, we finally, let's say, I guess, taking that next step and actually building that foundation for us to last long. And I would like that for all of my relationships and all of the people that I care about. And I really do like the fact, Joe, that you said, I guess with this friend of yours, y'all are getting into the word, y'all are being able to be vulnerable with each other. Instead of, how it go with us, man, we find a girl, and we just care about this, that, and the third.
Well, you want them cheeks, I ain't gonna lie to you,
That's what I'm saying, bro. And, I've never really was compelled when I met a woman, and I've been like, I want to get in the word with you. And so, man, that really stuck with me in the nurture of the relationships, because I tell Mel all the time, man, it'd be a constant struggle, like, what do I do with these folks, man? Like, I know how they make me feel, but I know I'm not supposed to turn my back. So it's like,
I'll tell you this, bro. And it's kind of like what me and Mel talked about, bro. Like, back in the day, like, I went to that swim camp, and I was, I was fresh. I was fresh out of camp, using that word, man. I was like, bro, I'm trying to come back and teach that guy. I remember I called everybody and said, "Phone girl, hey, man, let me tell y'all boys need to get right with the Lord, man. They didn't laugh you out the house, bro. Still to this day.
They laugh you out the house?
I'm like, I'll tell you, bro, like, it is when it comes from people like that are close to you, like where you're coming from, you really want to share it, right? And that's a beautiful thing. Don't get rid of that. Don't like try to suppress that feeling. But I would just tell you, like, as advice was kind of coming from, and I think Jamel did a good job. He talked about how he kind of worked through it, like, really just offer it, bro. And if they want to pursue it, bro, like, the Lord, that little seed's gonna be planted, and the Lord's gonna put it on their heart to come when it's their time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, definitely offer it to them, but don't make them feel like depression to them, or like you're changing. Because you're going to change, who you are internally is going to change, right?
Yeah.
Right? But, you know what I'm saying? In that same sense, let it lead by example and love and let that attract you. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you did that night, he was like, yeah, man, I'm going to just pray for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't making more than you. Like, he ain't even put something else on you. Like, you don't talk about his kids. Like, I'm going to still pray for you. I'm going to still show you love. And I'm going to operate in that space of love. That I don't gotta say too much. You just gonna see it through my actions. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of brought you. I was like, man, y'all pop back in the group and like, y'all just pop back and ask, y'all in the Bible say it's gonna hurt. Just know that it will be prepared to not always get that like easy, like super welcoming reaction from it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because that's something I will tell you, like that shit it was discouraging to me. And I feel like in a lot of ways it makes you like, damn, like, you know, maybe am I tripping? Like, am I being hypocritical? Because, like, people going to start the devil's going to start working, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you start to get on fire for the Lord, like, you best believe, like, as much as the Lord's going to work in your life, the devil's going to try to counteract it, you know what I'm saying? He's going to try to throw you off the course. And sometimes he will do that to people. Now, I'm not saying people are just the devil. Everybody that ain't walking around ready to read the Bible is going to be the devil. But I'm just saying,
people and the devil use people. They both use
right, and then he will use them to like discourage you. If they can be like, they might try to put some seeds out of your mind, and be like, nah, bro, you tripping, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's something like, don't let it discourage you. That's all I'm saying. Definitely offer it and let people come as they put it out there. Let them come as they need. But like, even if some people that you love that are close to you, that you really are, that you want them to be a part of this. If they're not excited about it, don't take like offense to it and get discouraged.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, one of the things I just want, I respect, you know, what they want to do and how they want to live their life, but I just want us to all have healthy relationships, and I don't think that we all have that between each other. I think it's a little toxic. There's no respect. When boundaries are made, they're crossed all the time. And but you gotta remember, like
with anything extra, like about the quality about the regardless of how much you want for something, like ain't nobody do it. You could just be like, hold one thing, but at the same time, you know, you can't you can pray about it and you can hold it.
Y'all know what else
really you want to foster the relationship that's quality, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, like, you know, I'm at the point in my life where it's like, if somebody look at me and don't want to, you know, be cool with me or can't respect me because of who I am or who I'm working with, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if the whole world, and I got like 2 friends. You know, I got one friend, it don't matter. Like, you know, like, it's about, you know, you knowing that, you know, you going the way that God wants you to go. You know, that don't mean operating like, you know, hate, but at the same time, like, it's certain things. It's like the Bible says, how can two go? This is but basically, how can two go together if basically they're not thinking the same way? It's like, how can you walk with a man that it's like you trying to be best friends with an atheist? It ain't really gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all literally opposites. Or like you trying to be at peace with somebody who is always angry. Like, how can y'all walk? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all really can't go together the same way. No matter how much you love them, or like, well, he ain't like really angry with me, but he.
Hey, man, Kobe, I gotta hop off. I gotta take this call real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, love y'all boys, man.
All right, love you too, boys.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, how can you walk? You know, well, I'm gonna address the one thing he said. One thing he said was, you've been thinking about asking Josh and Zeric, and in my mind, before you said that, when you approached me and I seen you was on fire, I'm like, all right, bet. Well, eventually You never know who might come to you. Remember I said that? You might, your brother might tell you. But I didn't want to, tell you who to go to. But in my mind, I said your brother because I know you want that for your brother. But at the same time, I was thinking Zarek and Josh because you already in that circle.
Yeah.
So that's how God works. He used people. So, I mean, as much as you want to do for the group, Kobe, think about it. I feel like they got a lot of respect for me to a certain extent, and they still didn't accept my name. So it's like, I feel like they have less respect for you as much as, I hate to say it, just from what they say.
Oh, I know. No, you ain't lying. I know.
Respect for you. So what I'm telling you is, you pray for them. You let that be what it is. But at the same time, Zarek and Josh got more respect for you than they got for me. So it's like, if I go to them, it's like, bro, what? Like, this weird. You know what I'm saying? Jamel come to me, but at the same time, if you do it, it's like, okay, I might want to see somebody. Even if they don't be like, yeah, or just be like all excited about it. It's like, at least in their mind, they know, okay, I know Kobe, and I know now he introduced me to the Bible, so it's like, that jump is kind of weird, but I might not be ready for it. But at the same time, I'm going to keep watching because it's the reason he did that. You know, because you don't know who done talked to him or how they've been feeling. They might be like, I've been feeling like I needed somebody to, get into a word with, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then you never know. You know what I'm saying? And, like Joe was saying, like, that relationship for him is good because it's like he said, he don't have nobody really in his corner that have like basically a relationship with God or like a close relationship with God who really like seeking God. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can help point him in that direction. And that's a lot of people's case. But the fact is that when God call you, he gonna send you help. So when you have that help, that's a relationship that you wanna pay attention to and you really wanna put your all into. Even if it mean, I'm not going to be able to hang with my friends back in the day. It's like, it do suck, but at the same time, it don't really suck because you're gaining.
Yeah.
God's giving you something that's gaining. I done had that feeling. It's like, bro, your quality friendships that you have, people you know they got your back, they're the ones that you really want to, nurture. And even now, it ain't like these going to be your only friends. Like, you going to get more friends. It might be strangers. It might not be who you want to be your friends. Like, it's weird like that.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, like, this person really here for me. I ain't really feeling it like that. But, I mean, it's all right. Like, it's cool, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody who actually going the same way you're going, somebody who can help sharpen you. It's like, Kobe, how you going to get sharper and you hanging out with a mallet?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You a knife and you hanging out with a mallet.
Yeah.
Like, God, like, that ain't never going to work. As much as you, like, man, I really want you to be able to sharpen me. It's like, what you going to do? You going to cut the mallet into a knife? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it. Like, it ain't going to work. So it's like, as much as it sucks, bro, it just come down to, like, you got to let it go and let God. You know what I'm saying? You pray about it, and then you got to keep moving forward.
I think that's what it is. I really be...
If you do that for so long, it's going to end up burning you out. You don't want to pour your... You don't want to see right now your cup full because you realizing, okay, I got God on my side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm realizing he been the one that's been maintaining me this whole time. I'm on fire. I want to go give it to somebody else. But you want to pour it in somebody's cup. You don't want to pour it in a cup that ain't got no bottom in it.
Got you.
You're going to get burnt out. You want to pour it in a cup that somebody else, you might energize somebody else and they can pour, like you might have something that they need. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they tea too sweet. They just need some water. You got the water. But maybe you need some, you just water. You might need a little tea. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Like, you help this other, like, mutual. You know what I'm saying? And,
I think...
like, even with your brother, you know what I'm saying? Your sister, like, that's their relationship that you can actually go after.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be, they going to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might not always, of course, y'all ain't always seen eye to eye forever.
Yeah.
They love you, you know what I'm saying? They going to respect you. If you say, don't disrespect me in this way, they going to at least, consider that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a relationship that you can, go after. But even with that, you still want to do it the same way like you do, Josh and, Zarek. You invite them to, or just share verses. I don't know if you remember how I used to send the verses in the group. Out of nowhere. You don't never know. That's why I put it on my story. People be telling me, I see what you be doing. It be random people like there just be, I see what you put on Facebook and stuff and you because my Instagram, my Facebook go together. So you never know, like, when somebody sees something high, I'd be like, okay, this really uplifted me for the day.
It's funny you
I
said
didn't know
that.
Kobe was on that. And it's like, okay. So you ain't got to say nothing with it. You just send it to him. It's like, all right, appreciate that. Another day you might send something with it. Then you invite him to the Bible study. It's like, okay, Kobe been on this, and I see what kind of time he on, so now I can see about it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to dump it all on people. You just want to, give them like bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? That's the best advice I can give you, because I used to try to give it to everybody. Like, I can't tell everybody what I know to be true in the world. Like, nigga, they ain't gonna be able to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I told my mama, like, it's not good to wash off your chicken, because like, it was spread disease. And her and my aunt was like, yeah, like, what you talking about? That boy crazy. I'm like, this is what I seen. Like, I really seen, like, the CDC say that. I seen this video on, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, even if you know it's something to be true, everybody's not ready for everything. It don't mean you wrong. It's just about where God gave you the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So you apply it to your life first, and then whoever God tell you to pray, whoever God tell you to, share with. But like with Zarek and Josh, pray to God about it. Be like, God, just give me the opening, or like give me the opening on what I should say or what I should do. That's something I didn't do beforehand. I did something what I feel like I should do, and then I prayed about it. Instead, pray about what you feel like you should do, and then go about it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things. I guess I'd be holding on. I'd be so attached to the past, and we don't, I know y'all so long, and we've been in this group, and we supposed to be fam and whatnot, and I do all this for y'all, and it's just so hard. Like you say, I gotta let it go, and I think I just been battling with the idea of letting it go, because, like I said, like I known the boys so long, bro. I don't know CJ since, bro, literally North Fed, bro. Like, and it just be stuff like that. So yeah, you're right, man. I just gotta pray about it, and find that opening. Like I told you, when I was in Tampa, man, you had left the group, but I just invited him to Bible study. Nobody really, took up my offer. Josh said no, thank you. He'll get into the word on his own, and then nobody else really responded. So I don't know, man. I just gotta pray about it and go from there. It's a lot. It's a lot, man.
It's a lot. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot, bro.
It's a lot. That's why we gotta.
It's different ways. The Bible says be as I'm being misquoting the Bible. It made me so mad. That's the Jamaican translation.
That's the Jamaican translation.
Be as gentle as, let's say, sheep, as gentle as doves, but as shrewd as snakes. Meaning, like, we have to be a certain type of way, and we have to be like, just how the devil moved, and he moved like slimy.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta move like
finesse.
We gotta move like finesse, but for Christ.
Gotcha.
So it'll be like, dang, we know we can't get CJ we can't get him into a group to talk about the Bible, but we know we can get him to come out to the field run routes or something like that.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how we gotta move.
Gotcha.
Like Stephon invited me to Josh Brand's to get extra late on Saturday. I was like, I'm not going nowhere. But at the same time, I'm not about to go into their environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to let them. I done did that too many times where I just try to go and be in their environment, but it didn't really produce nothing. It just really just put me in that environment to just be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just, like, it made them comfortable. So now, I'm about to be, this is how I'm about to be for this year coming up. If somebody want to really be around me, they have to come into my environment, whether it be to the field, to work out, on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go out we can go eat, we can go, do something else, but we're not about to do the same stuff. And I ain't about to come to a group of y'all. I'm about to talk to y'all, one-on-one, like I put up on DJ on Friday. I talk to DJ. I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go into the same thing because I know that, I can't get the same impact, or I can't really get the genuine you if I go into y'all environment with a group of y'all. So that's how I'm about to have to be. Mm-hmm. That's how my move gonna be. If God, give me, the goal to do something, I'm gonna find a way to do it. You know, just like we can go to the field with CJ. You know, anytime, and we know we're gonna get the genuine CJ by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. That's what
You know
we
what I'm
need.
saying?
Because I know he needs us, bro.
It's, you know, foster relationship. That's
Yeah, I feel like them boys need us. They just don't know how to ask for help, man.
I mean, yeah, they don't know how to ask for help, but they don't even know. They might not even know that they need help. You know.
Yeah, that's the first step is acknowledgement. You know.
Exactly. So it might not be that